your children and your children's children to come. To build generational wealth, one critical shift must occur. Move from daily survival mindset to long-term ownership mindset. Many Nigerians assume real estate is just for the rich, but the truth is, real estate is how many ordinary Nigerians became rich. Generational wealth begins with one small step, a plot, an acre, a cooperative saving plan, a referral that ends in commission. Every great dynasty started with a foundation, not a finished mansion. Real Nigerians who started small and prospered. There are countless real stories. A school administrator who bought land in Norway for less than 400K years ago. Today, that land worth millions. A retiree who invested in oil palm plantation, harvest after harvest, the plantation now pays him passive income. Then ambassadors who started with referrals and now own land for commission earnings alone. These are everyday Nigerians. They didn't start big, they simply started. They just took a very bold step. Then, okay, now we are going to transition to the main seminar. Today's session will show us how to build that foundation, whether as an investor, an ambassador, or someone who is simply looking for a better path. And we are Joygate, we are going to walk you through land banking, oil palm plantation income, cooperative wealth systems, and the practical steps to begin today, because generational wealth is not built in dreams, it is built in decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to laying the foundation for generational wealth. And I hope you benefit from it. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we all gained something from that brief keynote speech. And before we move into the main seminar that we have today, because of our time, I would like us to have a brief networking. So network, we know we say ask questions, targeted questions that we as people that we are going into real estate want to be an ambassador, want to gain something from real estate. There are certain steps, there are certain networking steps you should be able to take. You should go out to talk to people, you should know how to talk to people who meet them. So we'll be starting the networking stage again, and once again, I would like to invite Mrs. Miller once again. Sorry for the transmission. So that should continue.
Okay, good morning once again. Okay, so now we are in the networking session, and what we would like us to do in this session is we are going to meet ourselves. The timer will be set, so for 10 minutes. Okay, so we are going to set the timer for 10 minutes. We are going to meet everybody. We are meeting everybody. Like we just want everyone to like like ask yourself questions, interact with each other. So whoever is able to complete meeting everyone, we are going to give you some questions that you are going to ask them. We will take the questions out. We are going to ask everybody, and once the 10 minutes elapses, whoever is able to remember all the questions, like we're able to ask whoever you met all the questions we called out, and you remember everything and remember the response to all what was answered, like all the questions that person gave to the questions, and all the answers the person gave to the questions. Adventure, there might be whoever remembers and you remember everything accurately. You should ensure that We are going to leave them with something God helping us. So, do we understand what I just said? Do we understand what I just said? I'm not getting any response. Hmm? I can come again. Okay, so this networking session is I want everybody to meet. I want us to meet each other, and we are going to give you questions that are going to ask the people you are meeting. We are giving you questions that you will ask them. So whoever is able to answer all the questions that we call out now, and the answers that the people you met gave you to those questions, they are able to remember them accurately. Whoever gets the highest, the person that gets everything, that doesn't miss it out on whatever it is that was said, we are sure that you're going to, you might leave here with something. So do we understand now? Do we understand?
Yes.
Do we understand? Yes. All right. So we are going to be asking 6 questions. We are going to ask them for their full names, ask them for their occupation, what do they do, ask them what they love to do during their leisure time. You are going to ask them who they admire. Like in life, everybody will definitely have someone they look up to as a mentor or someone in the secular, not in the secular world, like in the real world that they do something that you feel is aligning to your passion and you love them. Do you understand? Who do they admire and why do they admire that person? Then what's their expectation from this seminar? And how do they get to hear about the seminar? Should I come again? 6 questions in total. Ask for their full name, ask for their occupation, what do they love to do during their leisure time, who do they admire and why, their expectations from this seminar, and how do they hear about this seminar. So, the 10 minutes is going to start. I'll put the timer now and say start. In 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes elapse, that's when it's going to start. So your time starts. So it's the last question. Okay. So thank you. Your time starts now. That three, you met with three people. How many people did you now meet? How many people did you meet with? You met with one person. How about you, Sam? How could I unite you? How many people did you meet? You met two. How about you, Sam? One. You. So just one person. Sam. One. Sister. Mommy. Hello, ma. How many people did you meet, ma? Two. 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 Four. You said we met with four people. And everybody here said they met just two people. Okay. How many people did you meet with? Oh, you just came in. Okay. On to Damala, how many people did you meet with? They are not exempted. Mr. Onsu. Hello, sir. How many people did you meet? Just one. How about you? One. Daddy. Mommy. Two. Okay. Just one. One. Ah. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? That was short. 10 minutes. Ah. Okay. Sister that met me, four people, please come forward. Yes. Okay. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to the IT. What's your name, ma? Huh? Alright. So let's meet. And I met with Mr. What?
I wanted to introduce them persons by no, introduce them by questions we ask them to use.
No, you're not going to read book. You know, I don't say just one question. Okay. Okay. So I met with Adiola. Okay. She's an educator. She also sells materials, school materials. She works at a private school. Okay, awesome. And food category is one of our role models. Why? She said because she likes the way she markets movies and, so she said she solves the internet whenever she is in a leisure time. No, you cannot move on. You make question. I didn't remember asking her. But she said she got to know about seminar through, I think it's Peter. So that's my one. Okay. So I met with Liz Irene too. Irene, she said, yes, she writes, she also calligraphs, she sings in her leisure time. And she said she's an ambassador already, but she wants to get to know more about the program. She didn't tell me. Okay, no problem. Okay. I went to but it's a farmer. You okay? What's the name? And okay, I'll say myself. I met Lisa.
He's a farmer. He said he got to know about the secretary Mr. Shea. He said we both have the same ideology about our expectations, which is we want to have something outside our normal farming and processing for to make more money. So yes, I met I can't remember his name. So the man on green car.
The one on the cap.
Yes, he's a security officer. So yes, he said he also uses his Okada anytime he's free and he's not at home. And he said his brother said he it's just
Okay, what's the name, sir? Sunday. All right.
and I went to
Please, your home. Oh, okay. You tried, you tried. Let's talk about you. You tried. Okay. Well, at the end of the program, we'll talk about it. Thank you so much. I'm sure we all had fun. But that's the whole essence of the networking. And just free ourselves and be open-minded towards the seminar. Can I quickly ask each and every one of us what our expectation is from this seminar? Am I committed, ma'am? Am I committed? All right, thank you. So, as permission has been given to us, I'd like to ask everyone what is our expectation from this seminar?
My name is Agola. My name is Agola. I work in Cancer and Food. So I went to one of your staff from Oluwaseun 2 days ago. So he shared this flyer with me. And Cancer and Food we were also doing with our services part of our agricultural extensions. So in agriculture, we consult for number as well too. So we handle their customer fulfillment regards to their farm produce like poultry meat production, layers for the layer session and the beef production too. So we have them to look at the customer. Likewise, we also train them on how to go about the poultry meat production in terms of packaging and price packaging. So when I got this flyer, I and my partner, we discussed something about this. Like, guys, you know that on our animals, management, and poultry production, we need to just look towards this opportunity in terms of cross farming as well. And sometimes we meet up with clients that we ask us that we are farmers. So we don't know what exactly they want to do, but we just ask us. So like looking at it, this I had a brief conversation with Sean as well, right? Okay. You said oil palm plantation. What do you mean by oil palm plantation? Are you saying the farm has already been located somewhere that these plants are already planted here? Or is it after they get the land, you guys will do the farming doing the nursery planting, after the nursery planting, you take it to located site. And you said that's the plan that when you get the farmland, you do the nursery of the story farm, say, and you transplant on the farmland for the owners. Okay. But going further, I want to know how long is it going to be in your partnership? Because I believe that by the time you do the nursery, when you do the planting as well, you also be want to oversee the farmland for the investor. So we want to know more about that. And okay, we also want to be an ambassador of being in a partnership with you. So we can also talk to some of our clients who might probably be interested to
Thank you, sir. We are sure your questions will be answered in the course of the seminar. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Realty. Apart from my business, I want to know more concerns. write and she do and she tries to say that. My name is Abdullah Sharif. My expectation is to, as a home member, I want to know more about all banking.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nadia Hassan. My expectations are I am a teacher. By teaching, I expect my learners to gain clarity. I know that so much. Giving explanation that will make them understand whatever they are being taught. And this led me to selling educational material because I see young children struggling with some learning activities. And I've seen teachers also. Some teachers they tend to beat if the children are not learning what they expect to learn. So with that, I was led into selling learning materials, and so far I've been doing well. I expect to do better. Like have more value in the society.
So my main expectation from this event is first of all, it's working as a aspect and also to say that's one of the percent information and this one is progress. So we have
Thank you. Okay, I just want to learn more about
So my expectation about the program is basically, as you all know, the
through on how to lay the foundation, to buy the first block, to dig the first land, to get the first cement, for us to lay this foundation and to generate this wealth movement. So let's welcome Our goal for
How do you pay your landlord? Your landlord is not going to hear story. You can be kind with it for a while. How do you sort your life? That's what we're going to be learning here today. So I want you to be open-minded. In case you are not prepared to jot down something, please make sure you jot down something. Because at the end of the seminar, you understand what generational wealth truly means. How do you build it? And one of the things that you can use to build generational wealth is real estate. In his book, The Rules of Wealth, Richard Sempler says that in life you're going to own you're going to have different portfolios, but property must be one of them. Real estate must be among your portfolio. So how do you use real estate as a pathway to lasting prosperity? You are going to discover how some of our products can help you to start even with what you have at your current level without you breaking the bank. It has to do with discipline. It has to do with intentionality. What you are discussing here is not for the rich. It's not for the wealthy people. It is for those who are ready, those who are prepared. So we're going to tell you some brutal truth. The first thing that you need is determination. I want this thing. Do you want it? Good. That's the starting point. Once you are determined that I want this thing, all these rich people, these wealthy people, some of them were not born with silver spoons. Some of them grew up in poor homes. They have humble backgrounds. So how did they make it to where they are today? If they can do it, you can do it too. Then we live with practical 3-step wealth plan. What is the way going forward? So what is generational wealth? I'm sure you might have been hearing about this. Oh, generational wealth, big generational wealth, blah, 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 generation. But you really don't understand it. Or you're thinking it's one big word somewhere. It's one big grammar. Generational wealth means assets and income that lasts beyond your lifetime. The Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So being a good man is not by now alone. What do you leave for your children? It is an anomaly in our African culture that when you grow up, you now rely on your children for survival. It is an erroneous culture. It is not biblical. It is wrong. That is why many children are pushed into what they are not supposed to go into today. Because so I have to take care of my parents. I have to take care of my siblings. I have to not send my siblings to school. So they get engaged in all kinds of vices. Of course, it's still a popular story going on in Nigeria right now. A young girl fending for her mother, her 4 siblings, who got married as a teenager. Of course, we know the story. You see them, some of them are doing all kinds of things. Oh, my parents are told, oh my God, we want to renovate our house. It is wrong. You don't do that to your children. If you cannot cater for them, if you cannot spend for them, and still leave an inheritance for them, then you will think it. If it's 1 or 2 you can have, that will be proud of you, and you will be proud of them. You give them the good life that they deserve. It doesn't mean that you don't need a silver spoon, but it is about intentionality to make sure that when they are still children, they don't become adults overnight because they have to make money. So generational wealth must extend beyond your lifetime, even when you are gone. We must see the marks, the good marks that you have made. This is for my father. The last time we were here like this, I told the story of a young man here, not far from us here, whose parents bought lands a long time ago. There was a court case on that land. The court case was finalized just this year, and it was in favor of his parents. That man is a mechanic, or let me say was a mechanic. And the moment that court case was won, he became a multi-millionaire. He first of all got one brand new car. Level changed. Look at what his parents did. His level has changed. Once it's coming down now, somebody is opening the door for him. People are, oh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. This was somebody that slept as a mechanic and woke up as a multi-millionaire. All thanks to his parents. So we must not leave our financial life or future to chance. Money spent disappears. But one of the things that will ensure that you have generational wealth is land. Land will never depreciate. Go anywhere in the world. Land will never depreciate. If you buy a car today, once you drive it off the garage, it loses its value immediately. And a car can be a liability, especially when you are not using it to generate income. Or your land, leave it where it is. Don't even do anything on it. Just make sure that it's well secured. That land will keep appreciating for you. We're going to see samples, don't worry. Real wealth is not built in one day. It is built through consistent intentional actions. That is why I shake my head when people say, I'm waiting until I start earning big. I'm waiting until I this. You don't wait to start building wealth. You don't wait. What do you have in your hand? Start with that. Everybody has something. Please close that door. Everybody has something. What do you have in your hand? What is that gift God has put inside of you? Sometimes we look for jobs. We don't maximize our gifts, our skills, our talents. I am monetizing some of my own gifts and talents, in case you don't know. God did not put them in me for them to be wasted. You have something. Stop looking everywhere. Where is this money hiding? Well, that money is first of all hiding in you. In your gift, your talent, you can talk, but you prefer to gist from morning till night. You prefer to watch television when people should be watching you. Your bad people will say, the town with the world. You meet people every day, quality people that you can network with. When they have big contracts to give, they're going to somebody else because they don't know what you do. You are not visible, you are quiet. Wealth does not come to those who are quiet, it comes to those who are bold. So think beyond survival and start thinking legacy. What is that thing that I can start doing that will outlive me? Many people in Nigeria today, they are only working for survival, not just that. They are working for survival. You go to work in the morning, you come back, repeat the cycle, oh yeah, every day. It's kind of wait, break those small ones and just put them back. You have been working for 5 years, so I'm not asking yourself, where is this job leading me? You're just working blindly, waking up, you earn, you spend, you earn, you spend, you earn, you spend. You're not saving, you're not investing, nothing. So you need to start thinking beyond survival. The goal is not survival, the goal is legacy. When you're just starting out of life, yeah, survival is permitted. You're needing to survive. But even at that, start planning something. If it's for 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, do you know that money multiplies? Let's go. We're going to see the video of a woman shortly. She bought land for 1.5 million naira in 2010. That land now is worth over 90 million naira. I mean, from 1.5 million naira to 90 million naira. Not lifting a finger. The land is just there, appreciated on its own. That is how wealth silently grows while you are sleeping. So people that don't know how to make money work for them while they are sleeping, what are they going to do? Thank you, ma'am. Money never sleeps. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. It's not me that said it. It's the truth. While Dangote is sleeping, his money is working. While Otedola is sleeping, his money is working. Even me, while I'm sleeping, my money is working. But you, if you are not awake, you cannot make money. If you don't wear clothes and go out, you cannot make money. If you don't go, when will you rest? If you don't open your shop, there is no business for you. You cannot eat. I don't know so many. Sorry. You cannot eat. You can't do that to yourself. Let's see that video. There's a video there. If you stop working today, can your current income sustain you? Can it sustain your family? If it's not their limit, you watch later. Let's go back to this one. We'll watch it later. Videos outside this. If you stop working today, like the scenario I gave at the beginning, that your employer says, oh, we're sorry. We need to let you go. Peter, can you sit down? We need to let you go. Can your current income sustain you? Can your savings carry you through? Can your investment sustain your family? Let's see the video. So think about it. If your business has to give way today, or maybe you have malaria or headache, let's go to the next slide. Or maybe you have malaria or headache. What's going to happen to you? That woman that we are going to see the video, unfortunately, is not playing, maybe later. So she bought a land for 1.5 million naira. Now that land is worth 90 million naira. In 2010, that's just 15 years ago. Which investment will you do that give that kind of money? Maybe very, very few. And even for you to do those ones, your heart will be up like this, high blood pressure. Is it going? Is my container blessed? Is it landed? As it, but she was just sleeping. Her land was going to work for her. Let's look at some facts and figures. We're in Nigeria. People living below the standard of living in Nigeria, about 56% of Nigerians, below the standard of living. Very, very poor. They live below the national poverty level. Poverty is there. They are even below poverty. Maybe you are not one of them. But some people are not one of them today. If they don't start making wise financial plans, they will fall into that category. What about the number of retirees and pensions in Nigeria? People don't get good pension in this country. My mom is one of them. She retired as a banker. How much is her pension? One of my dad's friends died while queuing for his pension in Lagos State that year. Some of them are sick. They have worked for 30, 35, 40 years. Just the peanuts that the government will pay them, they still will not get it on time. Some people are up there fixing the money, doing business with the money, cashing out with the money. So are you going to rely on pension when you stop working? It's not that hard. It's going to be so hard. The amounts they are getting as pension cannot even fit them. They cannot buy drugs. Many of them are sick. Daddy, Sharonta. We are attended a seminar like this sometime in Lagos. And one elderly man was there, he was retired. In fact, he's the younger brother to a prominent politician in Nigeria, when he came. And they put the mic to him and said, "Sir, what is retirement life like?" He said it is synonymous with poverty. So it is, and you can see it over here. You don't even believe that it's related to the politician. He said it is synonymous with poverty. And just as he was talking, the woman that is still in active service said it is true. Some of their colleagues who are retired, they keep sending messages every now and then. Can you help me with 5,000? Can you help me with 10,000? And my children need to go to school. And my children are not eating. Is it not sad? You are set for 30, 35, 40 years of your life. You can't even afford the basic things of life. And you want to live your financial life to chance. It's a mistake. You won't do that to yourself. Retirees are sleeping into poverty. Many of them are still living in rented apartments. Once the pension does not come, they cannot eat. Their children are not going to pay for themselves. Their children must pay for themselves. Is that the kind of life you live? I'm happy that 90% of us are young. We are still working actively. So we still have a good chance. We have a good chance. Anywhere I have the opportunity, I tell people to be intentional about their financial life. Forget about Joygate or whatever. This is not to sell anything to you. This is about your life. You take it seriously, it is to your own advantage. Not mine. You live here, you start saving, you start planning towards owning an asset. It is for you and your generations. Look at oil palm that we produce. You even still have to import oil palm. When you go around, you see all kinds of palm trees, oil palm trees. That tree is so rugged, it's so strong. Most of them, nobody planted them. That is how rugged it is. That is how rugged it is. Yet, we cannot produce enough because nobody wants to become a farmer again. We all want to be wearing suits and not in time. I'm doing it academic, but we are hungry. You take your money to the market, things that you can find at your backyard, you buy at exorbitant rates. If tomato does not come from the north, it affects everybody here. It becomes gold. But we have land. Just when you are going home, start being observant from today. We see land everywhere, wasting away. But we are complaining of being hungry. Chinese people now, they will package garri. Not they will package. They're selling packaging garri and granuts and sugar for you to drink. Is it not a shame? And we have land. We have cassava. I was somewhere yesterday with one of my colleagues. That place is an agricultural institute. It's almost dead. So we have the resources, but we are not maximizing them. Everybody wants to speak English. You speak English and one can repeat you. That money in your pocket, you're speaking English. Doesn't mean that you become a farmer or anything like that, but we have to start being innovative. What can I go do? If it is not something that is moving you every night as you go to bed, then there is a problem. If you are too complacent and you are just okay with your current level, there is fire on the mountain. Right. So what are the 3 pillars of generational wealth? Number 1 is ownership. Can you reduce the font? I want to see everything together. Number 1 is ownership. You cannot pass down what you don't own. How many of us own something here? Anything that okay, anything of value. Let me see our hands. You own your phone. Good. You own something. Okay. And you own your clothes. And you didn't borrow your clothes. You own the shoes you are wearing. But what value is that? If you want to sell that clothes now, or the shoe on your phone at a second-hand value, how much do you get from it? Only say 150. Maybe somebody's phone can give them 50K or 20K. Because the person you are selling to, you look at you, you can't even know any problem. You just price it down anyhow. But you need to start owning assets, real assets that will be generating for you. Something that you don't need to actively work for. Because if you don't own it, you can't pass it down. If you are still living in a rented apartment with your children, you cannot tell your children, once I'm gone, take over this house. We have lived here for 25 years. I know that we have said that, but for 25 years, we don't want visitors in this house. So once I'm gone, take over this room. It becomes your permanent home. The way the landlord will treat them, you wake up from your grief and come and defend them. Because you don't own it. That is why we are passionate about you owning something. No matter how small. Then multiplication, you can own something. But if you don't have a multiplication plan, it will die. Money multiplies. If you have 1 million naira today and you don't have any plan of multiplying that million, it's just a matter of time depending on your spending habits. For some people, it will not last for 1 week because bills are already waiting. Some people, it will not last for 3 days. They already have what they want to buy. It's time to go and buy clothes. They go and buy. The money will finish. Some people inherited wealth. Where are they today? Yoruba people say, "What am I shampoo? Don't I should do it? Don't follow wedding." Don't just say, "Oh, my parents are rich. I inherited this and blah blah blah." If you don't want to multiply it, it will not grow. It's going to die. And then continuity plan. That's where generational wealth comes in. Now you want it to have multiplied it. When you are no longer here, are you documenting what you have? Is there a structure so that your children don't mismanage all the assets? I went to see some property somewhere in Lagos the other day. It's very big property. It used to be a big factory. Now the children are broke. They're just selling it. You want to buy 1 plot, okay, you want to buy 1 acre. They are always not selling it. They're not interested. The school where I attended, my secondary school, the children, they are sold to the school. They are spent the money. School that can be giving them money. Shit. Continuity plan. Train your children. Start teaching them how to save, how to invest, how to pay their plans, how to treat money right. So that when you are gone, They will not mismanage your hard-earned money. They will not. And you cannot save your way to wealth. You must own something. Money is good. As you are saving that money, make sure that you can get to the point where, okay, I can use it to buy something in my own name. I can invest it into this portfolio. And it is not enough to earn. I'm sure many of us are earning. Are we not? Even if you're a corporate, you are receiving an allowance. So it is not enough to earn. You must own and multiply. If it's government pays you 77,000 every month and you spend everything, you're making a big mistake. Not even 5,000 naira to set aside for yourself. The richest man in Babylon says 10% of all you earn is yours to keep, no matter how small. Once you collect your money, whether your salary, whether whatever, please keep 10% aside. Nobody's touching it. The food seller is not collecting it. The hairdresser is not collecting it. It's not for the shoemaker. It is not for data. It is not for anything. It is yours. How can you walk from the beginning of the month to the end? You have nothing to show. Your money is going in disguise of I'm buying food. I'm buying shoes. I need to make my pay. I need to make it. Those are legit. I mean, they are valid. But that is how money goes away from you. Keep that 10%, and no matter what, this one is mine. And once it accumulates, you think of a good investment to put that money into. That is how you start building generational wealth. And when opportunity meets preparation, success is inevitable. One day somebody will come to you and you have one land. That land is worth 5 million naira. But the owner wants to travel abroad. If you have 1 million naira, can you bring it? I don't have. They say, because they need the money urgently, 500K come. I don't have. Okay, if you are able to get anything, you just want to use it to quickly sort out the document, bring 200,000, and then you can pay the balance later. That's how the opportunity will just pass you by. Because you are not prepared. You have not been saving something. So many people have been jackpotting. Distress sales here and there. Land worth 100 million, they're selling for 20 million. Houses that they have built for little level, like worth 50 million, they say if you have 15, bring it. And even if you pay this small, you don't have. Because you've not been preparing. You've been spending it all. You don't wait until they bring opportunities to you and then that's when you start. Before you finish contributing the money, the opportunity is gone. You prepare. As you're saving the money, be putting it in a cooperative, where it can be energy dividend, or putting it in money market. You know, where it can be yielding something. It should not sit inside your bank account. It is charges that will finish it. You put it where it is earning something. You put it in mutual funds. You can get it if you need it. Sharp. You put it in cooperative, you know, we'll talk more. So if you don't buy land, somebody who buys is going to control you. You work for somebody who buys, you know, one day. What are the plans that you're making? Maybe we don't want to raise our hands, so don't raise your hand here. I know some of us like to be humble. But you own land, not in your mind. Yes, I own land. Yeah, no, let me see you. It's only me that see you. You own land. You own land. I now said you love it for head. It's only me that see you. Or give me a give me a you own land here. I can't see that. What time for me now? We are all good. If you don't own land currently, and you are not saving towards owning more, this is the best time to start. It is not late. It is not late at all. The day that you wake up is the day that you wake up. Start taking action. If at this age and time, nobody's a child, you've not started saving. Because you're like, BC, 50K one thing. You don't have. Even if you don't have it in your bank account, so you don't have it in any assets that, okay, I own this and that. If I liquidate this thing, I can get this amount of money. Then you are not making good plans. Let's go, we're almost done. So here, We don't just say start building generational wealth. We help you to plan. We show you the pathway. We show you the pathway. How can you do it? You see, through oil palm plantation. One of the best ways is oil palm plantation. You can never be poor if you know what you're doing. With oil palm plantation investment, you invest once, you can earn for 20 to 30 years. Some countries can fruit for 50 years. Some can fruit for 70 years with proper management. Here, if you want it for investment, we don't sell less than 1 acre. That is 6 plots. On that 6 plots, you get 60 palm trees. 6 plots of land, 60 palm trees. Full management, full security. There is nothing like a Modula is disturbing me. This one is disturbing me. And you keep earning. But guess what? It is not only palm trees that are giving you income. Your land is appreciating in value. The way you would have left your land here, land value, without doing anything on it, is the same way it is appreciating. But now you are not giving it land value. That's wasting money. That's leaving money on the table. We plant for you. Just go and sleep. Let your countries be hustling. Let your land be working for you. And this particular one that is currently being promoted in Father, it's in a rapidly developing area with road construction by Dangote in conjunction with the federal government. Some lands they are selling for as high as 7 million naira per plot. For 1 acre, 6 plots with oil palm trees is still selling for 6.8 million naira for 6 plots. That is just slightly above, slightly above 1 million naira for 1 plot. But if you want to use it for investment, you should just buy 6 plots and above, or half an acre, 3 plots. While others are spending daily, saying that there is no money, saying the country is tough, the country is hard to know this, to know that. What effort are you making for your own life? What effort are you making? Have you heard this thing before? That is on you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. It is absolutely on you. You get full maintenance, you get your land documents so that maybe anytime in the future, you think that, I want to sell off my land. You sell off your land. Your land would have appreciated. And the trees would have given you income. You have all your land documents, you have full management, you don't want to farm, you don't want to get your hand dirty. Some experts are there to take charge, to plant for you, to manage for you, to take care of everything for you. And it's a full estate. It is not a random land that somebody can just encroach into. It is a secure location, zero stress. That is what it means when they say your money is working for you while you sleep. You don't sit down with the countries and say, okay, go. No. Go about your business. Go to work. Go and be doing your other things. Be living your life. You just come there 4 to 5 years. And then your trees are already fruiting. And that's how they continue to fruit. Let's go. That's how they continue to fruit. If you now say, oh, I want my generational wealth to be so massive, you now say, okay, give me 1 hectare. How many plots are in 1 hectare? 15 plots. Thank you. And so give me 15 plots. And don't allow the figures to scare you. That's why I said you can start with what you have, and from where you are, there is flexible payment plan. It's okay, every month I'm going to be committing this amount little by little, even through cooperative plans, little by little, I'm going to be doing this. If you buy 1 hectare, 15 plots, you have 150 oil batteries, fully planted and managed and secured for you. It guarantees land ownership. The land is your own. You get all the title documents for your land. The trees are giving you income, your land is appreciated in value. Tell me, which kind of investment is going to give you that? In that same way of finances, I know somebody who bought land there. I think 1 acre for 200,000. Now 1 plot, this is somebody else. 1 plot is selling for 7 million naira. 7 million naira. Just because of the road construction that has not come to that access from our MD and Delta.
down to the land, cuts across Papalanto and the lights. A very strong concrete road. That is why they say don't underrate any land. The time that this land is in the bush, that bush you are seeing now is going to become a city tomorrow. And it is people who have bought it when it was very cheap that will now start enjoying it. They also did not buy it because they had all the money. They bought it because they were intentional. They were serious. They were determined to make it. The land where the poor Atlantic Hotel is now, if you don't have 1 billion naira, you cannot buy land. But that place is working. What a banana island. Who wanted to give you that place before? But now it's for the cream of the society. You cannot be wearing slippers and say, you know what I mean? So when it comes to real estate, you don't underrate anything. Your own is to do your findings. Is it genuine? Does it have proper documents? Who is going for this price? Buy it. Keep your documents. One sleep. One government just wake up one day, you need to develop this land. That's it. You bought one plot for 500K. Now it's 10 million naira. Because you made a smart move. That's how people make money. Smart moves, calculated moves. And you need to be telling God to open your eyes. Because if you are looking at things with your 2 eyes, you will not get opportunities in life. Some things don't look like it. Just like raw gold does not look appealing at all. But when it becomes refined, that is where the real stuff is. So if you have the money, you are earning income. You have no reason to improve. You have no business with poverty. If you are earning income right now, you have no business with poverty. You should not know your house address. We are giving poverty wings to fly because you're making careless financial moves. You think all the money is for spending on chocolate. Yeah, we got it, we know it. Every time you pepper them, why are you peppering? I thought poverty will pepper you. Let's not go there. But I'm sure you get the point. Because I've realized that people need to hear the hard truth. You have opportunities at your disposal. There are some of our parents now, they are regretting, what if you are going to be there, what if you bear me? Well, it's gone. Look at that girl here. Look at that, who lives in that girl here? Yeah. Huh? Yeah? There was one land I saw recently. I don't know what I was looking for. Now someone brought his 100 million. I said, what happened? This is the same black building that my husband's friend bought his own plot for 200,000. Not too long ago, maybe around 2015, just 10 years ago. You will even be telling me maybe if it's not so much in the busy part of Nigeria, just telling you 30, 35 million plots. That's it. So sometimes you just need God to open your eyes. Like Abraham is now developing towards this area. This area is opening up. So if you're still looking at it as bush, you are missing. You don't build wealth that way. You don't build wealth with your 2 eyes because you can see. Some things are hidden under. By the time they'll be revealed, you'll be like, and I usually pass here, and I did not see. But some people saw it, they're taking advantage of it. Let's go. So start doing something. Safe and strategic location, government infrastructure, long-term stability. Yeah. That's if you are buying into the Joygate products. Everything is prepared for you. For your father. What about residential land? You want to be a tenant for life. Flexible payment option in an enclosed estate. Even if you are not building there, you wake up one day and say, let me sell that land. It was appreciated. Now that you have free money, you are thinking of how to spend it. How do I need to buy it? You don't need a new phone.
I need a new wig. No. Somebody say you're wearing both straight when your life is not straight. G. Let's go. You're wearing designer shirts when your destiny is not your design. Okay, I know saying land, I know I'm money for. What about profit? You don't want to save and be earning dividends. If you put 5,000 in your bank account today, I can assure you 50,000, 15 naira will first of all be taken from it. And then before you look at it again, 25 naira is gone. Something levy, electronic fee, maintenance fee, everything. Because they're helping you maintain your account. But with the cooperative, Joygate cooperative, you are getting dividends. Your money is compounding. You have a substantial amount. You can transfer it into land ownership. That's how you build generational wealth. You plan systematically. You give yourself a target, a goal. If you can't buy the food, start with what you have. It is about consistency. If you have been saving 5,000 every month since January, when did we shout happy new year? November is almost ended. 2025 is almost gone. Those who said I'll do it later, the later has come. The year is almost ended. You don't procrastinate when it comes to generational wealth. You don't. You take action. Maybe any of that is not even appealing to you. We have an ambassador platform where you help other people to build and then you earn, you make money, you can talk, you know how to convince people, you know how to persuade people. Instead of gisting, telling them about Insta blog, Linda Ikeji, use that same gist to market, the same mouth, to tell them about something that will benefit you. On your phone, you have high network people that can afford to buy land. You have uncles, you have people abroad, you have. Do you know that if they buy, you can also help to buy your own, even though you cannot afford it. With the commission that you're going to be earning, you are going to start getting something. And if you are disciplined, you say, no, don't pay me on this commission. You take part of it so that I can also own something. And here we made it good in such a way that you receive training, you receive all the necessary support. Your own is just to talk. Even when you talk to somebody, you can't close the deal. You refer them to us. We convince them for you. But the commission is yours. There are different ways to make money. It depends on you. There are different ways to make money. And we have so much, identified this means. It's not left to you to take advantage of it. You earn commission, you build leadership and influence, you learn how to communicate. That's some of the things I'm going to be teaching you. How to market, how to position yourself, how to approach people, how to talk. You're even getting a skill that we will not charge you for. We're teaching you skills that you take through your lifetime. How do you approach people? Somebody's face is hard. How do you make that person feel relaxed? We'll teach you all of this. It's a skill that you will always appreciate. When you help others build, you are also building your own life. So today, we're going to commit to some plans. What do you want to do? You choose your plan. Is it a cooperative or oil plan, or you want to join the ambassadors? We're going to do that shortly. Then you set your financial targets. And by the end of December, how much do you want to have? Okay, by 2026, how much do you want to have? Maybe you are adults now for your family. What plans are you putting in place? By the time you are 40 years old, how much do you want to have in savings and assets? So we are going to do this before you leave here today. Because I don't want you to come here and leave empty-handed without any plan. If you don't make a plan, forget about it. It cannot remain in your head. It has to be written in black and white. That is how people make progress in life. Those who say, I'll do it, they never do it. Write it somewhere, put it by your bedside. The Bible says, write that vision, make it plain. So that when you see it wrong, I have this second. If you are not pursuing anything and nothing is pursuing you, it is dangerous. You write it down. That's the first part of commitment. This is what I want. By April 2026, I want to have saved this amount. by December 2026, I want to own at least 1 plot of land. So that when money comes into your hand, that money will not disappear. Because you have no plan. You have no plan for it. That's how people spend anyhow. And then when something valuable comes, they will say that they have spent money on things that do not matter. So let's go. Okay. And true wealth is not about cars or cash. You are not there to impress anybody, to pepper anybody. Let them see that you are wearing one clothes every day. It's not their business. Be building wealth quietly. We live in a world that glorifies flashy things, materialism. That's why you're under pressure to impress people. Nobody is impressed with your money. Don't allow anybody to oppress you. Wear what you have. You are the one that knows that you are building something quietly. If you don't have a car, you are trekking. Some people have cars, they don't own a single asset. If that car is taken from them, that's the end of their life. I'm telling you the fact. Some people are driving cars, they have not finished paying for it. They are using big phones, they have not finished paying for it. And if they don't pay fully, it will be retrieved from them. But you are here. You are building a financial muscle, financial discipline. But you are bothered that people are looking at you. The same clothes are wearing. It's not their business. Live your life. Face your front. Your results speak. You show your workings. They'll be the ones to say, and you'll be doing as if you didn't have anything. When I first started real estate, I met a man that invested around 100 million naira. This one was wearing ordinary slippers. Was looking so ordinary. He want public transport. We are not public transport. Even me, I didn't have up to that amount. My point was high like this. So it's not by dressing, it's not by looks. It's not by looks. You will see him and I'm sure people enter person, they'll think that they're on the same level. No, not everybody on the same level with you because they look ordinary. You don't know what they are building. And he has investments in dollars. He told me. It's not by physical appearance. It's not by cars that have flashy things. People are deceiving themselves because that's what we glorify. Yes, sir, yes, sir. You have a car, yes, sir, yes, sir. No, don't be fooled. What are you building? You're not building anything. Your results will show at the end of the day. And Nigeria's economy is always fluctuating. So you want to start building something sustainable. And land is one of the things that will not lose value. It will not depreciate. Every generation either inherits wealth or start all over. When you are no more here, what will your children point to that? My father did this for me. My mother did this for me. What will be that thing? So if you plant today, your children will rest tomorrow. Even you will rest in your old age. You won't have to be working actively. But if you procrastinate today, your children will start from where you refuse to act. So we're all here today. This is another chance to start. I'm sure you have attended seminars and conferences like this. But did you take any action? Today, we're going to help you to take action. But then nobody can force you. It is left to you. 10 years from now, will you be the one saying, I wish I started? Or I am glad I did it. Choose your choice. And here at Joygate, we have made the path easy. You start small, you grow steadily, you prosper big. Our motto is your land today, your advantage tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. This is the point where we stand up and we take our affirmation. So let's shake it, let's stand up. Shake it. I am building love. So love so much. You can have your seat. That's it. Do we have questions? We are going to take questions. You have questions? Let us ask questions. We ask some questions all the time. But I'm sure I've answered some of them because of my presentation. You still have them? Okay. Just,
Thank you. Concerning the translation, I saw you there, and now going to the planting and maintenance. So it's a if farmer gets 1 acre of land. So concerning the planting and maintenance, I guess it's going to be an additional charges for the planting and maintenance.
no other charges. No other charges.
That's a big for how many years? Before I know that, or probably even now, we provide the farming.
So 5 years.
Right.
Minimum. Yes.
Okay.
5 years. So no other charges. Once we make payments, it includes the cost of the land, documentation, the maintenance, management, and everything. And then we just need 5 years maximum, and we start putting. We can start putting before then, but we don't want it for the other charges. So just the last 5 years max.
Is there any advantage from northwest Phoenix? The smallest community? Is there
Yes.
any advantage?
Yes. For 1 acre, if you pay outright, you pay 6.8 million naira. If you want to pay within, that's outright payment is within 3 months. Yes, that's considered to be outright payment. Yeah. So 6 months, you pay 7.2 million. That's extra from your pay. And if it's going to take you 12 months to pay, you pay 7.6 million. That is extra 800,000. So, of course, it's cheaper if you pay outright. And good news, we're having gift splash. So if you buy land, 1 acre and above, even if you don't pay everything, if you just pay an initial deposit, depending on how much you pay, you can get 25 kg bag of rice, you can get 50 kg bag of rice, you can get a rural, and then like chicken, smoked catfish. Clap now, are you all happy? Christmas dish now. Right, so just make an initial deposit of at least 500,000 for 1 acre and 1 million naira for 1 hectare. Yeah, if it's for acre, you get 25 kg bag of rice, you get for 1 hectare, you get 50 kg, you get like chicken, rice. We'll tell you about it. If you are interested, just ask. Yes, Merry Christmas, Christmas. Somebody's going to us say you're going to also in that time. So you see, I'm making the audio interesting for you. So for joint access cooperative, you can save a minimum of 5,000 naira, either weekly or monthly. Some people are small business owners, so they can start to save weekly. They can save monthly, but minimum of 5,000 naira. Don't limit yourself to that. You can do 5,000 naira. If you save continuously for 6 months, you're going to get 8% dividend. If you save continuously for 12 months, you get 20%. There's also what we call lump sum. So this lump sum, maybe you have 200k, 500k that you're not using. You don't want to spend it, and you don't want to save it monthly or weekly. You just say, okay, let me put it in the cooperative. If you leave it there for 1 year, you get 30% dividend. If you leave it there for 6 months, you get 14%. Right. So we're going to give you the form after the program so that you can go for a shot.
What's the potential for bringing in potential clients?
So that's the ambassador platform. You're going to register with us once we are attending trainings, and then you can get like 10% on land cost for everybody that you bring. And of course, there is opportunity for growth. And if you bring people under you, you have the opportunity to become a unit leader, unit manager, keep growing, rising through the rank. And the good thing about this is that even when the people that you bring sell, you also earn indirect commission on what they sell. So you sell the indirect, you sell the indirect. So on this, I am not even making it, I'm making it, I'm still earning something. That's what I'm making it. Okay. All right. Yes. And the answer is 2,000. Yeah. Trying to your 2,000. That is one.
So does that mean that that the payment will be monthly? I can make it weekly, then if the 10 days before like whenever I want to put it for how. Okay.
All right. So before now, we just allow people to do their contribution without not joining or anything like that. But we are under the state cooperative umbrella, and there are some basic rules, right? So right now, if you want to join, you must pay 2,000 joining fee once off. It's just at the point of entry, and then there is shareholding of 10,000 naira at least minimum. So this one enables you not to just come, save, and collect your money and leave. So the share, you have to be a shareholder. That's minimum of 10,000 naira. You can buy multiple shareholders. You can buy 10, 100K. The minimum is 10,000 naira. Then you have doing target savings. That cannot be 5,000 naira weekly or monthly or 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, depending on you. So that's your target savings. If you want to save for 6 months, at the end of the 6 months, you can collect your money with the dividend. You don't call it interest. Dividend. You collect your money. But your shareholding of 10,000 or 100,000, 50,000 still remains. And this means that you are not exiting the cooperative. You are still part of us. The money is your own. So what that shareholding allows you to do is that every year, once we declare profits, you'll be earning something. So once you declare surplus and you AGM every year, depending on how much shareholding you have, you will get part of the profit. So every year, that's how you will get it. Even if you are not even doing savings again, your share capital is still be earning you profit every single day.
So see that it was.
And then
So how many years expectation because
I said 5 years.
thank you.
So we can start with it before 5 years. But I want pressure on the part and our part to say 5 years. Because if you finish paying up, so it's better that you can finish paying and you get to your farm and you see that, oh, it's not putting, that's not putting and all of that, you will see it. Right? But from 5 years ago, you can start. Any more questions? That's what I mean. Thank you, sir. That's a good question. So, if you think you have land, we can leave there. It's going to be a service arrangement. Because there is some questions that we need to ask. We have to see it. We need to take for us also. So, you can speak to me afterwards. Thank you. Any more questions? So it is only all plan that we do for now. particularly for this land. Maybe with sand, we can diversify into other crops. But for now, it is oil palm. And the reason is that the oil palm tree is very profitable. Every part of the tree is useful. From the leaves, the trunk, the back, you can oil, you can kernel oil, you can they make cosmetics from it, soap, animal food, broom, basket. No part of that tree is useless. So that's the tree of money is useful. And it hardly dies. Once it, I mean, countries are not stable.
When to say it, when can I start for like this time? Can I start with this?
You can start immediately. Just make sure that you don't procrastinate. You can start today if you are ready. You can start sometime if you are ready next week. You know, already we are here to assist you. Thank you.
Is there any plan for further production or oil farming?
Ticket solar, ẹjọ́ á máa fún àwọn èèyàn lómi o. Peter ń fún personality.
The process is there. So you are just getting your money into your bank account. You can sleep and we are doing. When your true start fruiting, you go into a sharing formula of 70% to you and 30% to the company. So that 30% will cover the cost of management. So that you don't have to bring money from your pocket to be managing your farm. Your farm will be taking care of itself. But even that formula is when your true start fruiting. For the first 5 years, you're not paying anything apart from the money for the land that you are paying. Okay? But when it's start fruiting, you have estate, supply water, almost things, and also add what 30% to cover. So you can keep enjoying 70% of the next profit. And do you have something for similar? Not
For the bus station, I was really like, the way and I open station. So, my great also working in now, aside from I agree.
we'll give you a form. In fact, the form should start going around now. We'll give you a form to fill, and then we'll add it to the platform. You can join our training. If you want to come, stay here. It's at 11 to 12, right? For Tuesday training, physical training. So if you are not ready, you want us to break it down, read the further, you can come on Tuesday. Any Tuesday, do product knowledge, everything. And then every Thursday, you can join us online. Yes, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Thursday. Where we actually train how to preach, how to market, how to get visibility, and other different kinds of training. Right, so we give you a phone to
Please don't be shy. You will
About the cooperative asset. let's say I start with 5,000 naira now. After paying my share fee, can I simultaneously upgrade my payments? Or it has to be probably at the end of every year or every 6 months or every year or every time?
From 5,000, first start blessing you, so that you can now do, you can start doing 100,000. Why not? Once you save what you will earn at the end of the present period, that's what you get. So you don't have to stop this particular account. You can even increase your share capital as well, so that when surplus is declared, you are getting more dividend. 10,000.
If you need any of the subscription form or Joygate assets, which is a cooperative, the ambassador platform, please you can signify. Anyone? And any other question?